I just want you to know, I thought Furart was cool before it was a meme. It was one of my Pokemon in my first playthrough of Gold, and I always said that I wanted it as a pet if I could have any Pokemon as a pet. I don't know what I'm proving by saying any of this. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. Last time, we got to the P2 Laboratory at the end of Route 18, one of the most remote locations around, and we fought Colress, one of the most challenging trainers in all of Unova. Now, you ready? We're gonna take that last step out of Route 1 together. Hi there! I have fond memories of this place. One day, Blair, Charon, and I all gathered right here and took the first step of our adventure. It's a very special spot. Hey Blair, let's all take our first step on Route 1 together. 1, 2. That's what I said. Hey, while we're here, have a Pokemon battle with me. Talking about Blair put me in the mood for a Pokemon battle. I love how she indirectly calls you Blair. It's like she knows. It's really cute that they did it that way. Bianca will only fight you here if you have done Unova Link in order to import your save data from the first game. Her team is influenced by whatever she had based on your starter in the previous adventure. I went to go teach Harmony Focus Blast because I knew what she led with, and Harmony cannot learn Focus Blast. It's the very first time Harmony has ever let me down in her move diversity after however long she has been on this team. Stoutland is normal type. Intimidate for its ability with the moves Return, Ice Fang, Surf, and Wild Charge. It's strong, but it's not strong enough. Her levels are honestly kind of a disappointment after all the stuff you've had to fight in order to get here. Even regular trainers give her a run for her money. Heck, on that route, not even counting Colress, we were fighting level 70 Tyrannitars and Salamences and all that. Emboar is firefighting type, you know it well. Blaze for its ability, and it had the moves Return, Flare Blitz, Brick Break, and Wild Charge. Pretty good moveset. And we got another fire type, Chandelure, Ghost Fire type to be precise. Flash Fire for its ability, Return, seeing a pattern here, Shadow Ball, Overheat, and Psychic. No reason for it to know Return at all, as it's a special attacker and it doesn't get very good duty out of it. Harmony's gonna level up off of you. Simisage is Grass type, Gluttony for its ability, even though it's holding nothing. Return, Energy Ball, Rock Slide, Brick Break. Her Pokemon have got fine enough type coverage. They don't really have a lot of status on their side. Just kind of taught them all sorts of moves of all sorts of different types, kind of like what I did. I did say that I related to Bianca a lot more when I remembered relating to Charon more in my first playthrough all that time ago, so I guess it kind of influenced me in ways I didn't expect. Mean Shao, Pop, is fighting type. Inner Focus for its ability. Return, Drain Punch, U-Turn, Fake Out. Had 2 moves ending in turn in this Pokemon. We can take it out, no problem. And your last Pokemon is Musharna, Psychic type. Forewarned for its ability. It's more scared of Heat Wave than it is of Shadow Ball. It's a little surprising. Return, Yawn, Dream Eater, and Psychic. Yawn is a completely accurate sleeping move if you stay in against it, so it will get a chance to use its moves if you do. Lowered its special defense using Yawn. I'm gonna stay in and keep attacking, even though I'd fall asleep next turn. At a time like this, am I supposed to do what? Come here. You got lowered special. It's actually a smart case for me to stay in against a Yawn. Down it goes. Thank you for having a battle with me. It was a lot of fun. Why can't every important trainer have something that short to say after a trainer battle? I like you, Bianca. You're cool. You're so tough. You're just like Blair. Okay, I have to remember what I felt like back then and work hard too. Thanks. See ya. You appeared in Pokemon Masters after this, which I guess everyone kind of did, except Mirby, Grumble. Yeah, I don't think she's ever really made a reappearance after this. Welcome home. Know what? On my next birthday, Professor Juniper is gonna give me a Pokemon as a present. I'll get a Pokédex too, of course. Maybe I'll grow up to be a Pokemon professor or a champion. I haven't decided yet, but I'll pick my own dream to pursue. It's a shame that you have to buy a plane ticket over to Aspertia City if you want to have a decent level curve when going through these battles. New Vemitown, the start of something big. We'll save Blair's house for a little bit later. We'll start off by going off to Bianca's house. Can't talk to you from across the table. Oh! So, you also received a Pokédex from Professor Juniper. That daughter of mine, it looks at her Pokédex every chance she gets. She said what's going on about the many Pokemon and many memories it contains. What does Daddy have to say? I see, so you're on a Pokemon journey too. I'm quite impressed with you, and with your parents too. After always being together as a family and not having you around, I'm sure they're worried about you out on your own. Be sure to tell them all about what happens in your travels. You can see that he meant well and that he just wanted everyone to stay together and he misses his daughter, and it wasn't so much that he didn't believe that she could do a good job. Here, I'll call Mom right here and now. We gotta call her at New Vemetown at some point anyway. Wow, New Vemetown? You must be going to the Juniper Pokemon Lab then, right? Or could you be going to visit my friend's house? We'll have to remember that. Here's Bianca's room. Bit of a remote site. She's got a really sparkly plant there in the corner. I don't know what the deal is with that thing. If Memory Link isn't used, the trainer from the first game's house will be scratched out, or the mailbox will be scratched out, and it'll just say ... house. The power of science is amazing. Now you can use infrared to trade Pokemon and have battles all in the blink of an eye. And this should be Charon's house. That Aspertia City's gym badge you have there. Wow, so you were the first challenger of my son's gym. Thanks. A gym leader without challengers is just an ordinary trainer. In other words, thanks to you, Charon became a real gym leader. Let me give you this as thanks. Just having a drink with me. Traveling is great. You'll encounter so much you've never seen and many things you don't yet understand. For each new thing you come across, you grow and change a little bit more. Oh my, you resemble Blair somehow. Your name's Blaze, you say? Wow, you have a Pokédex too. Everyone grows up like this now, don't they? I don't know if I've said this yet, but the whole Blair Blaze thing being spelled similarly, I didn't intend that at all. When I was coming up with the names, I was on a 2-hour ride from Phoenix to Tucson, Arizona, just driving alone in a car, and I just ran through all sorts of things that I was reminded of when I think of this game. One of the concepts that I landed on was fire, and I'm like, ooh, that's a good one, because I'm gonna be choosing Tepig, and I just sort of came up with the name Blaze spelled this way, because that is a name, and I didn't intend for it to be so similar at all. Do you think traveling with a Pokemon changes people? Me too. Traveling and thinking about many things can make a difference. That is what I was just saying. That's how I came up with the name. You're right. It's fine to just enjoy the journey without overthinking it. Some people are easily influenced. Let's go back to our old stomping grounds. Welcome home, dear. Did you find the friend you were looking for? Wasn't his name something like N? Oh, huh? Excuse me. How embarrassing, mistaking a visitor for my own child. You're Blaze? I knew it, you look just like her. I know your mom. I met her when she was working at the Pokemon Center and I was a trainer. That's right, how are your Pokemon? You're always welcome to let them rest here. She's taking care of us even though we're not her kid. My, how are your Pokemon? Let them rest here for a moment. This is so sad when you consider the possibility that the reason why they were never heard from again is because of Getsus. Maybe I should go on a journey to go find my child. Oh, but I would feel really bad if they stopped by while I was gone. Oh, her life is a wreck now. Oh my God. It is so sad. There's a King's Rock just sitting here under the bed. She's never had a need to buy another game system ever since he left home. PC doesn't look like it's been used in a while. This room is rather special. Earlier I said that there is no reward for beating the battle subway bosses on the super trains. I was mistaken. You get trophies that go in your bedroom. But what the heck does that have to do with this? Well, it turns out, if you got those trophies in the first game and then imported your save data, they actually carry over into this game's bedroom for that player. Same goes for the diplomas that you get for completing the Unova and National Pokédexes. They go on this dresser over here. You can't view the diplomas, you just get a little text box for them. And in fact, the trophies have a typo saying that they are your trophies using the same text they do in your bedroom. It's kind of funny that they're so remote that I guess this feature was not caught during testing. I'd like to thank Orpheolus and Aurora EU for providing these screenshots. I could not have done this without you. I'm not that good. I'd love to just stay here and just kind of hang out with her and give her some company for a little while. We could take a rest. This is the saddest freaking thing in this whole adventure. New Town. I never really noticed this before, but kind of showing how this game is a bit of a departure for the series. Unlike all the other starting towns that are at least loosely inspired by Pallet Town, this one is inspired on New Bark Town. It's a small town with the same windmills. And with a view of the ocean. Whoa, it's sparkling! It's cool. I guess Pallet Town's got a view of the ocean too, but you kind of get it. It's got the same windmills that were in Heart Gold Soul Silver, and the layout is decidedly not Pallet Town. I keep reading signs over and over again. Let's just go inside. This is what we came for. Why, hello. Thanks for coming clear out here. It's surprising how far New Town is from Aspertia City, don't you agree? Did you take Sky Arrow Bridge and encounter a lot of Pokemon? On that note, I sure hope you've been doing your homework, young lady. Can I see it? You've seen 294 Pokemon in the Unova region. What a wonderful Pokédex. With a little more work, it'll be complete. I'm really glad I asked you to do this. Keep up the good work. I have something I'd be delighted to give you if you meet every Pokemon registered in the Unova Pokédex. Check every corner of the Unova region for Pokemon. Do your best. Thanks. We'll do just that, nothing less. Hey Blaze, are you meeting lots of Pokemon? There really are a lot of Pokemon in the Unova region and the rest of the world. I made the habitat list so people would know that. I bet you're here because you're here to show me how your Pokédex is coming along, right? Aria and Cedric Juniper work together as a team, both focusing on different aspects of the Pokédex. It's the culmination of both of their research. It's kind of neat. I see, you've caught 168 Pokemon then. She cares more about seeing, he cares more about catching, and he's also judging you on a national level. Are you going to the daycare? I heard some Pokemon can only be caught if they are hatched from eggs. Oh, that's right, I completely forgot to give you this in Aspertia. Here, this is the Super Rod. With this Super Rod, you can even catch Pokemon who live underwater. Here, I'll read you the directions. First, face the water and cast. Second, concentrate. When a Pokemon bites, you'll see a that means to start reeling in. So cool. We finally have the ability to fish. Another thing that's kind of a basic feature in all other Pokemon games, but they make us wait for it so long. I'd like to go check the habitat list real quick. Well, no. Okay, so we got a few objectives here. We have fishing, and we also have completing the Pokédex. You heard me right, we're completing the Pokédex here today. The new Unova Pokédex contains 301 total Pokemon. Victini is number 0. None of these last 3 nor Victini count for anything. You can complete the Pokédex with just 297. Let's help you out with finishing your Pokédex. I'll tell you every single Pokemon that I think could possibly be a problem for you. I assembled a crack team of researchers, that's myself and Marriland, to see where you can find every single Pokemon that sounds like it would be trouble. Starting with Zubat and Rattata. I am dead freaking serious. These are potential problems in some of the Pokemon that most players miss. Isn't Unova the best? They aren't even held by any trainer at all and are only encountered in Castelia sewers. If you instinctively use repels in a dark area like everyone does, you definitely haven't seen them. I made a point to see these all that time ago. Similar to the above, no trainer has a Tynamo and you will never encounter it unless you see one in Chargestone Cave. I remembered to not throw up repels for Zubat and Rattata, but I did not remember for Tynamo and thus didn't see it. I couldn't figure out why this was taking so long, and then I looked it up, and unless you're on basement floor 2, it's a 2% encounter rate. It's an 8% on the lowest level. Might be worth breeding this one just to avoid it being a problem. I've already come all this way, so I'm encountering it the old-fashioned way, like it or not. Vespiquen is awkward. No trainer has it, and you might not have a female Combee to evolve into it. Female Combee can be caught in Lostlorn Forest. You threw a calcium at me? Saying I'm bone deficient? There are no Zoroark anywhere in the world unless you raise N Zoroa for yourself. Even though N's got that Zoroark that follows him around, doesn't count as seen in the Pokédex. There are no wild Shuppets or any on a trainer's team. You must make a Shuppet egg, as I have done before. Solrock and the Lunatone are held by no trainer, and they must be encountered in the grass of Route 13 or Route 22. Shuckle is a rare encounter found only in the bottom level of Seaside Cave. No trainer has it. The only other way to get this would be through the Dream Radar. Corsola, I made a point to catch while I was in Humilao City, found only in the rippling water there. No trainer has it. There are no wild Vanillites. And any guide that I've seen says that no trainer has them. I think I saw this in the big stadium and small court on those randomized teams, and that counted. Tropius is found only in the wild and on Route 18, a location that you might not have even been to yet. Pupitar is found only in Route 15's grass. A trainer on Route 18 has Tyranitar. Some sources say that no one has it, but they do, so you don't need to raise up your own Tyranitar. Now on to version exclusives. You cannot possibly see Rufflet in Black 2 without trading, and you cannot possibly see Vullaby in White 2 without trading. You're better off just getting their guaranteed encounters on Route 4 and breeding them, as their pre-evolved forms are surprisingly rare Pokemon that can be a real pain to find in the wild. Cottony and Petalil are version exclusives caught in Castelia Park. These aren't such a big problem because if you catch one, there's an in-game trade for the other one on Route 4. Meow! Skitty is another version exclusive that's gonna be tricky. You can never see Skitty in Black 2 without trading, and you can never see Baneri in White 2 without trading. Might as well go out, catch one, trade with the opposite version. 1, 2, 3. Hey! Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus can be seen by talking to the people out in the house on Route 7 who recount the legends of them. And now we move on to the stupid one. I don't get why this is not better. You can never see the first stage of the starter that you nor your rival picked without multiplayer. When you get to Nimbasa City, Nate or Rosa will do a multi-battle with you where they have the second stage of this Pokemon, and lots of other trainers have the third stage evolutions of these Pokemon, but not a single one will have the basic form. I saw one in the battle subway. Seeing stuff in battle facilities does not count. You need multiplayer for this. And it's so stupid because it's the first Pokemon in the list. It's number 1 for me. Do you have any idea how much this bothers me to be missing only the first item in a checklist of 300 things and seeing it every time? How did no one on the dev team complain about this? I don't get why they couldn't just have like some rich boy that had it on their team on some route somewhere. They did it in Diamond and Pearl when that game was based around seeing Pokemon. So I traded in the Superior from our black version in our last playthrough, and I'm breeding it. That's all I can do. After everything I've run through with you, if you're still somehow missing a Pokemon, here's a video made by Marriland that has a full list of everything, and by my own fact checking, everything is accurate except for the Tyranitar, which I already went over. I was missing a weird one, Gliscor. It's not particularly hard to get. You just catch a Gligar, you level it up at nighttime with the Razor Fang. Everyone's got that one that they just can't find, even though no one else really had trouble with, and that's mine. I got 29 rare candies. Let's just do it. The last 2 Pokemon I was missing were Ninetales and Bronzong, which we can encounter at least Vulpix and Bronzong in Abundant Shrine. Since they're in the same area, I figured I might as well go and get them. Hey, there it is. Check my Pokédex. Let me see. Oh, you've seen 300 Pokemon in the Unova region. What a wonderful Pokédex. A little more work and it'll be complete. What do you mean? Oh, I haven't evolved Ninetales. Give me the pizza! Now, my Pokédex, bitch! Let me see. Oh, you've seen 301 Pokemon in the Unova region! Can't make a fanfare longer than that, it'd be against the law. Amazing, truly amazing. You've met all of the Pokemon in the Unova region. Congratulations. Now here's your next challenge. See how many of those Pokemon you can catch. I'll keep evaluating for you. It seems like you're meeting Pokemon at a good clip. I have something I want to give you. Please come to the lab when you can. The sun is setting on our adventure. Let's go turn in our completed Pokédex. Hi there, how are you been doing? How's your Pokédex coming along? Can I see it? Let me see. You've caught 125 Pokemon in the Unova region. Over 100 different Pokemon, great! Identify your goal using the habitat list. That way you may be able to motivate yourself even more. It seems like you're meeting Pokemon at a good clip. Here, this is a gift to you for all your hard work. The permit. If you have a permit, you can go to the nature preserve from Marriland City by plane. Go check it out to see what kind of place it is. Keep up the good work. We're not quite done exploring the map yet. Marriland City, ho! I'm going into the Pokemon Center. Cause there's medals! Around Unova, that's for visiting every town in the Unova region, including Unity Tower. Hint medals. What are those hint medals? Ah, it's telling us that fishing is gonna have medals associated. We'll get to that another day. Now we're all ready to go. Into the airports we go. Oh, that's a permit. That lets you enter the nature preserve, which is far, far away from the Unova region. Would you like to go to the nature preserve then? You bet I would. Okay, we will contact Skyla, so please board the plane and wait. After many delays and waiting on the tarmac for no reason, away! It's a hop, skip, and a jump by plane. Want to go back to Marriland City? Nope. Roger. Talk to me when you're ready. Love all this official business. Welcome to the Nature Preserve, one of the most remote locations in the world of Pokemon. I thought the game crashed there for a second because the arrow was in this location. It's the second time I thought the map crashed because the top thing was blank. This does not register on the map of Unova at all and was stated to be very far away. Nobody knows where this is. Its location is a secret amongst biologists preserving nature. Sort of like actual hidden nature preserves. No one knows what region this is in. Technically, this means that Black 2 and White 2 is the only time since Gold and Silver that you've been able to travel to another region in a Pokemon game. Well, I guess there's the DLC for Scarlet and Violet now, but you know, I guess at this point in time, it was the only one like that. So what I'm doing now is we're gonna run around a little bit and see if we can run into some wild Pokemon in the rustling grass. Ah-ha-ha-ha! What I've done is swap out my party. Behold! I have a very good reason for this. Yes, it involves medals. This is the most efficient Autono training spot in the entire game. It has the most consistently high-level Autono at an 85% encounter rate in all rustling grass. It's more efficient to access than the P2 lab, as all we have to do is just simply talk to someone in the airport in Marriland City rather than surf around and go through a convoluted route. It's a great level up spot, but there's some prep that you want to do first. Start the day by heading on over to Big Stadium and Small Court and look to see if either Nurse Kirsten or Dr. Jules is there. Funny mental images there with me having a friend named Jules. If they're there, you want a team of 6 level 1 ghost types with one of them holding a lucky egg that knows Toxic. They cannot possibly damage ghost Pokemon. Once you're ready to fight, turn on the EXP power on the Sea Gear, and you'll be fighting a level 62 Chansey, one of the highest experience yields possible in the game. For possible extra credit, you could make it so that all these level 1 ghosts are traded in from another game for yet another experience bonus, or for an even greater one, traded from another language version of the game. For the rest, go to Nature Preserve, hunt those Autono in the rustling grass. I was consistently getting about 50,000 experience points per battle. You don't want to use the EXP share because it spreads it too thin. You can avoid having to teach Toxic to all of your Pokemon if you just teach it to the Bayonet or whatever ghost type you want to breed. The babies will all have it as long as the father and or non-Ditto knows it. Another possible angle that you could take this from is the Pokemon breeders in White Tree Hollow, as they always use Happiny, Chansey, and Blissey all the way up to level 70. They might give more experience points, but that area is also less predictable, and you would have to get lucky in order to fight them and not have to fight actual tough trainers with less Pokemon. I want to thank Jedi Willie W for telling me about the Nurse Kristen and Dr. Jewel strategy, by the way. So why are we doing this? Why would we care so much about training up Shuppets repeatedly? There's a medal for earning 1 million experience points in 1 day, and this is the best way to do it. Oh, I forgot, you want to have Pokédolls and or Fluffy Tails in your inventory so that you can run away from these wild battles. Ghost types being assured to get away from wild Pokemon battles was not a thing until the very next game, sorry. 29 levels! Well, 28 levels, but I'm 29 levels up. Additionally, the water around here has the highest and lowest wild Pokemon I can't surf. I was planning on doing this today. I even had another team of Shuppets that were already built up, and I will not be able to do it today. I'm going to need 50 Shuppets for this-ish, and I only bred 12 thinking that it would clearly be enough. I've never actually done this before. I just knew that it was the optimal strat. I was saying, the waters around here have either the highest level wild Pokemon in the world or the lowest. You may encounter both Magikarp and Gyarados in this water, and they will all both be between level 1 and 100. Shall we see what we get? Oh crap, I think I need a fish to actually do this. Okay, let's get our first fishing encounter, why not? Here we are. Magikarp. Level, exactly level 50. I have very average luck. Oh sure, we need a memento of this day. It's not like we're gonna get something even cooler here in a second. I could have totally just netballed it. You don't need to bring out the big guns for this. I've talked a bit about my friend Yoshiller, who helps out a lot with, oh, no. Something's telling me that I should fish on that. Fishing on rippling, no! Never mind. I've told you a bit about my friend Yoshiller over the course of the series, who's helped out with the production and other things and just been a generally good friend. Well, he considers himself to be a pretty big fan of this game, and he's been telling me that these videos teach him so much about this game that he thought he already knew most everything about. And it's been really flattering to hear things like that, both from him and from you guys. And I told him about the Nature Preserve the other day when listing all of the areas that we hadn't done yet, because he does the sidebars that you see on the side of the screen. And he said that he'd never heard of this place before. He didn't know that it was a thing, and I'm just like, this game is so big in content. It's wild. It's awesome. Just people who've played this game and they thought they played it inside out, but there's still new things to discover now. All right, I've been stalling a little bit. Let's step up. Your reward for 100% completion. One of our final new Pokemon to talk about, Haxorus in black, or as I like to call it, Blaxorus. This level 60 pseudo-legend is a free dragon teammate if you do not have one already. Boost that mildly disappointing speed with a dragon dance, then hack away with something hopefully better than Cut. You got Outrage, you got Dual Chop, Superpower, Earthquake, Brick Break, and Aqua Tail if you can ever manage to make it hit. They're all powerful options, potentially. Move tutors and heart scales can give it basically any moveset a Pokemon Master could ever hope for. What a reward for 100%. Might be the best one we've ever had. I'm gonna go for the Quick Ball. Hit you right in the quick ball. 1, 2, 3. Ah, it's gonna be like, oh, she likes bad jokes because she doesn't have a quick ball. Okay, I'll stop now. Looks like we gotta weaken it the old-fashioned way, so let's go ahead and tell her that she's stunning, McFly. For a not very effective move, that did a lot. If I hit you again, you're basically gone. Let's risk it. I did save before this clip, don't worry. I'm not that dumb all of the time. Yes! Okay, good, good, good. It's so silly how the Haxoruses that you fight, Haxoruses, I'm not sure, how they all seem to have special moves. I don't already have a Haxorus. A luxury ball, please. Get into that. Get into that. You would look excellent in it. Just the gold with the black and the red. It's perfect befitting a black and red shiny Pokemon like yourself. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Got it in my dream ball. That is not a dream ball. And because this was our first Haxorus ever, it shows up as shiny in its Pokédex entry. Haxorus, the Axe-Jaw Pokemon. Its tusks are incredibly destructive. They can easily slice through a thick, sturdy steel column every time. Always wanted to. That was the first shiny Pokemon I got all on my own, so I would have had the shiny Pokemon medal anyway, because I was intending on doing this. Be sure to check in with Mr. Metal to see if you've got it. You get a big nugget as well for going beyond it. And that's it. It's just a super simple area. Can Strutley fly from... No, Strutley cannot fly from region to region. It's too far away. They kept that rule consistent. That's neat, because in Gold and Silver, you couldn't fly from region to region. The explanation given was that it was just too hard on the Pokemon's wings for them to fly that far. Only a Pokemon master such as ourselves could be trusted to come here and catch Pokemon. I'm not gonna overcatch. Let's just leave. I got what I came for. Mr. Metal? First fishing encounter, right? Old Rod Fisherman. Don't you be calling me that. Oh, it's a gentle nature. It was living out there in peace. That's so cute. Plus special defense. Why would it be anything else with me? Taunt, Dragon Dance, Swords Dance, Guillotine. I'll keep this in mind in the future if we ever need anything with the dragon type that one of the other dragon types would be able to do. It doesn't really sound like I'd get much use out of it, but that's good, I promise it is. Mold Breaker's a good ability and all. Now let's check in on how I did with that experience point medal. Almost every single Shuppet I did this strategy on got to level 38 and evolved within one battle. I am so done. I had to come back and do this on another day when I A, had time, and B, could have that set up in big stadium and small court. I was scared to change the clock on this and see if it wouldn't count. I did not want to know the answer to that question. I have been here for 3 hours killing those Autono with those level 1 Shuppets. It takes longer to smash through all the level ups than it does to win the actual fights or encounter the right Pokemon. All right. The man, what is the man got? Oh, this is because I had to hatch a bunch of Shuppet eggs. What? No! No! So, I have a calculator open and I've been adding up my experience points. According to my calculator, I currently have earned 984,274 experience points today. But I came here to go check it because somewhere along the line, I forgot to add some experience points, so some were not counted, and I was really hoping that I was not within 16,000 of the goal, but instead had gone over the goal. Apparently, I missed it by only a few experience points and have to go back and kill another one. I was hoping to get this video out today, and I'm not gonna do it because it's supposed to go out in 50 minutes, and I'm still recording. No! I missed it by 1 space! Can I kill a Girafarig with a team of 5 Bayonets? Maybe, maybe. Oh god, none of it does that. Just need to like toxic you once. It's all I. Oh no! Come on, you even know. This is cruel and/or unusual. Don't miss. Don't. That's like 90% accurate, I think. Thank God. I didn't think that would take me 4 attempts to get it to go off. It sure would be nice to actually get to attack you. You're just sweeping right through my whole team now that I have a shot at it. You know what? Max revives. We're, what, 99 episodes into this thing? What else am I gonna use them on from here on out? If you could let Bayonet get the KO, that would be excellent. Beautiful. Gorgeous. I hate you so much. I hate your face. Both of them. My calculator now says 995,935. Either I have it or I am within 5,000 and still didn't get it. I am within 5,000 and still didn't get it. Crap, let me go back in. I need to heal. It's just so done, and I want to walk out the door. Gimme, gimme, gimme! Thank God it wasn't a Dunsparce. I've run into 1 Dunsparce. I know what can happen. It's a big, juicy level 58 one, too, so we're gonna fly way over this goal. Ah! EXP millionaire! Wait, hit me? 17 hit medals? What? Oh, it's the type medals. Uh-huh. Yeah, I mentioned these before. So, that is everything you would ever want to know about seeing all of the Pokemon. Next time on Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, we're gonna be going into detailing what it takes to catch all of the Pokemon. I won't be doing it all, but I'll be telling you a lot of useful information about it. And then, we're going to go off and see what that Magma Stone we picked up was all about. See you guys then!